La corrupción tristemente no tiene una solución estructural, no se puede solucionar con una ley, porque uno puede sacar un artículo de ley anticorrupción en el país, pero no va a transformar mucho. Yo creo que definitivamente el tema de corrupción es a dónde empezamos a ser corruptos. Y vamos a terminar en la educación, cómo tú sabes que tienes que entregar tu tarea y no vas a engañar a nadie para poder cumplirla. ¿Cómo no vas a ser capaz de copiarte en el examen del otro? ¿Cómo vas a ser capaz de solucionar tu pequeño problema con el otro sin generar miedo con otra persona? Es decir, en los niños, en la educación, paso a paso, en una cruzada nacional hacia un estado más limpio, es la única solución que nosotros podemos tener. Esto es generacional y va a durar generaciones desmontarlo, creo yo.
To create more of a meritocracy through education and educating, giving the best resources to the people with the most talent, and then also more accountability for public officials, and make sure that the public officials are taking into account everyone, the rich, the poor, the middle class, and trying to make solutions that benefit all three without alienating one of those classes.
Okay.
I think sometimes corruption is used as a easy way out. Whereas, let's say we are in a position of relative privilege and power to make changes. An easy way for me to kind of cop out of that is to say others are corrupt. So I think that's one thing we have to be mindful of, that we're not just using it as saying, oh, things are bad because others are corrupt. When sometimes we've got to really look at ourselves. How we have benefited from a system that might be corrupt, a system that might value profit over people. How does it benefit me individually? How am I part of it? What do I know about it? What can I do to end those things? So corruption means, end of corruption means transparency, right? Being open, openly discussing, whether it be politics, economics, all these decisions, right? Walk your path, walk your talk. I mean, be transparent, right? Believe in what you do. I think those are some of the big things that end corruption. Solutions, yeah, those are kind of some of the big ideas. That's about all I can think right now.
I think I was reading an article about how you need to look at corruption with respect to power differentials and how countries with more power like the United States and how they affect other countries like Colombia. I mean, you've got a huge problem with a drug issue that's driven by US demand, and we're taking it out on the Colombians. So the issue needs to be dealt with within Colombia, but also dealt with internationally with these countries. One, I think the most important thing for Colombia is to start to build a civil society that is safe and free from intimidation and can express their views and push back against the Colombian government.
How to fix a problem? That would be a tough one. Some will say, completely run the government. I think it's a long process. It's going to be at least a generation before things can be fixed. There's no quick fix when it comes to this. Partially because of the gap between rich and poor, because that's not all have experienced the political, economic, and social power that a small percentage have. But I think in the end, some of the main solutions, I think, an overhaul of government, holding them more accountable, more transparency within them, to rebuild that faith from the people. I think the people having more access to economic power and growth would allow them to have a little more faith in the people that are in charge and making decisions there. And I think that overall, a general sense of equality, politically, socially, economically, would help stimulate or rebuild a lot of that faith that the people have in the government, in the country. And then I think that would naturally develop a stronger culture, a stronger society. People would probably be less likely to be corrupt. However, it is hard because naturally I think people are going to push for their own political, social, economic agenda to advance. Everyone wants to make sure they're taken care of, and that does lead to a bad side. Some people see the bad side come out. So it's, will it ever be fixed? No, but I think it can be balanced out a little more. Corruption is the advancement, whether exploitation of an individual or something, to gain, to advance past somebody or something.